Game one of a three-game homestand. It's Miami. Then you're going to see Chicago, Atlanta. It's everybody you've been playing as of late. And Gary Trent Jr. knocks it down. And his minutes were limited to less than 20. He was 0 of 5. Trent Jr. on an incredible run. Best of his career as Pascal Siakam with a push shot as he gets down deep. He's got Adebayo on him. Shovel pass over to Anunoby. He'll now give it to Trent Jr. He's going to attack Robinson. Slides by, lays it up and in. Plus the foul.
On this Raptors team, whether it's too big or too quick for feet. And you see Gary Trent Jr. getting to the basket, keeping him on his right hip, being able to shield the ball.
All of last season. And Trent Jr. now puts it on the deck. Finds OG from the foul line, and that shot goes. And the Raptors here early on after losing last night, 122-92. The denial, Boucher. Here's Trent Jr. Saves it, back over to Fred. And he takes down 10 chairs courtside.
Lucky no one's in there. I think that's Larry Tannenbaum. That's his seats. I'm glad we're not seeing Larry Tannenbaum.
They'll be there.
And that's the big accomplishment. You know, one step at a young career, early career going forward. Have a good time that weekend.
Trent Jr. knocks it down. Of course, Barnes part of the finish. Tucker, no. And Dedmon. And Dedmon able to put it in. 10-point lead. Barnes just forces his way in.
And you like it, going right up in the defenders.
Trent Jr. now back over to Van Vliet. Fred on the attack, drive, kick, three, good! Barnes from Belleville.
Basketball and purpose behind everything that they do.
Here's OG, gives it to Precious. He puts it on the deck, nearly loses it. Clock is down, so OG has to put up a shot. Does, and it's good. It's a 2. 10-point. This has been their largest advantage. OG now gathers to the cutting Achua. There you go.
And that's the type of pass you give to the cutter right there.
Right in the chest.
You may ask yourself, what's the difference between this pass and the previous pass? Right here. Precious, the only thing he can do is go right up with it and score the
10. Miami second currently with 6. Banton in. Here's Trent Jr., Achua, Siakam, and Boucher. And Trent Jr. going to work. 8-point
on the offensive side for the Heat.
It's going to be side out of bounds. 5 of the shot clock. Trent Jr. And the shot is good. Shoot it well. They shot 16 of 50, 32%. Raptors were 16 for 45. And Precious. And a big 3 there, 9-point Pascal. That is his third, unfortunately.
See Banton right there getting into the paint. The Heat really not respecting Precious Achua 3-point range, but Precious is going to be interesting.
Miami with the 5th best record currently in the NBA. Oh, good find. Barnes out. Great job. A little bit of a hesitation, but it threw the defender off, and he was able to finish.
A little ball fake. Very good defense right there, but you see Pascal Siakam probing the defense. Scotty see an opening cut. Fake pass. And that's the threat that he poses because he's a facilitator.
Back to one another here. Here's Scotty. Makes a move. He's an opening reverse. No. And Achua bats it in. And a time. Raptors are 5 for 13 here in the quarter. It's now back to a 12-point game. Raptors. Oh, great look underneath. That ends a run.
You know, leads the Eastern Conference, or right up there at the top. They play with such effort and energy as the Raptors get it out.
Siakam, coast to coast. You get the turnover and the run out as a team. Here's Van Vliet, finds OG. Doubled in the corner. Trent Jr. corner 3. Rack it up to down from Winnipeg.
Great pass by OG.
Spinner is playing better basketball, but it is all bunched up. Isn't it, Alvin?
Very exciting. It's going set for exciting finish.
Here's Fred with a jumper.
movement that the Heat were providing.
Trent Jr. up fake, little bit of room, lets it fly. And the three is good from Fred. Here's Boucher. He'll roll and delivered on time. And a three that doesn't go. Fred with a rebound. And here comes Freddie All-Star quickly into the front court. And over Vincent, got it, and the foul. 7.
And I love it, Fred finding his opportunity, one-on-one opportunity. No help can come. Got him on the right side of the floor, so it's mano a mano, and taking advantage of the young fella Gabe Vincent, getting the and one.
68-61. And Raptors free throws just haven't been there, but Pascal, the offensive rebound put back, using his quickness. Pascal looks around, makes a move, gives it back over to Van Vliet. Two-man game. Van Vliet driving left. Sweet move. He's got 17. Trent Jr. with it. Strus on him. 7 on the clock. Trent Jr. Bucket taker. Bucket maker. Triple-double. Back to 7. Raptors had cut it to 3. Trent Jr. with it. He's got 23. Here's Gary fading. Shot good. He's got 25 now. Back to a 5-point game. They're designing some different stuff here. OG. Now here's a handoff. Gary Trent Jr. flips it up. Noah Chua with a slam dunk. Into the front court. Now over to Pascal. Has Vincent on him. There's Pascal. Oh, great look that time by the rookie Banton.
Great look. Shoot
Butler
right over
on him. He's going to pull it back out. Maybe try to create a little bit of rhythm now. He's going to drive, kick, Pascal, corner three. We're tied, 85-85.
Scotty being patient. I'm urging him to shoot over. He's tag it out, and I'm going to pass it to the hot man.
There's OG stumbling in the corner. Achua got it from St. John. Raptors their first lead of the night.
He'll teach him how to respect him by making those shots.
OG with the interception. Siakam now. Here's Banton, the reverse. Timeout. Spoelstra in the
weak side defense. You got to be able to help your teammate, but also see your man. Do not lose your man.
Van Vliet back out on the floor. OG with a power move over top. Jimmy Butler. Raptors by 1. OG, oh my.
Man, look at this. Let me catch this ball. And enough is enough. Jimmy Butler, who? Get out of my way. Right over top of him and right through him.
Yeah,
coming
right
from Philadelphia, that reminds me of something.
Raptors down 1. Fred fakes a handoff, sends it now Trent Jr. Tucker backs up, and Trent Jr. from Spruce Grove.
Just
28 points.
But look at this, Matty, right off the bench. P.J. Tucker trying to, well, not trying, he's flopping. Get a separation.
Van Vliet gives it to Trent Jr. Going to work on Tucker. The three. Oh! Gary Trent Jr. Fred now sends it to OG. Clock down. Back over to Van Vliet. 3 on the clock. Eyes it.
And staying on his feet, staying disciplined, and securing the rebound.
Anunoby turns double to cut Barnes and stays with it. 11 to point. Barnes. OG at the rim. How about that?
He responded with his excellent pass. And you know, when a referee is counting
with a rebound, his 9th, and that's going to do it. The